We got this list via text messages as well as emails. However, we are still waiting to find out what classes and what grades this man was teaching. Captain Gary Winheim, he heard those shots. He was responding to that call, but he did not come face to face with the suspect until further down County Road 44. To put this in perspective, a new Kaiser Family Foundation poll shows that black adults are starting to come around to the vaccine, but still 35% say they won't take it.
As cases have gone up, many people have wondered, where have you been?
If you're going to double up and wear 2 masks, doctors say you should do it like this. First, you're going to put on a surgical mask. Then you're going to put on a cloth mask.
The sheriff told me yesterday that just naming the schools would not have impeded this investigation.
I understand that was not our understanding at the time.
We're now kind of at the corner of Orange and Washington Street. I'm going to move out of the way. You can see that there are protesters. They just got here not too long ago. Well, they have to follow that federal law, but then companies can decide if they want to offer their employees more time off and even this, yes, paid family leave, but that's voluntary. And it's really cool to see during the day, but especially at night. Take a look. It's all lit up at night. And you know, the highlight of coming here to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is piloting this ship, and you're going to see us doing that in just a moment. But you know, visiting Batuu, it's more than that. It's about creating your own experience. You can build your own lightsaber, your own droid. Disney fans are excited to get back to the magic, but so too are cast members. Not just because they are Disney fans, but because they have bills to pay. Some of that Disney magic is returning. It's different, but guests and cast members are back. Daniel Ranieri and Corey Escobar are watching from home.
Waiting for my unemployment to come through and praying that Disney calls me soon.
They're both Disney resort servers and furloughed.
There's nothing there, just bills and no way to pay them, and it's just really scary.
The parks are coming back, but not everyone's back to work.
That's the perception. And no, that's not the case.
And there's a ripple effect in the community when the theme parks suffer.
So my landlord's a cast member. All 3 of us in this household are cast members. And there are tons of households like that throughout the Orlando area. And it's a web that stretches out very far.
Before the pandemic, Disney paid more than 70,000 cast members. How many have been called back is unclear. Disney won't say, but the Disney unions are. Unite Here Local 737 represents housekeeping and food and beverage cast members like Escobar and Ranieri. 7,000 out of 18,000 members were called back, about 39%. It's better for attraction and custodial workers with Local 362. More than 80% are back, a little less than 7,000 out of 8,000. The couple is concerned about COVID-19, but it's not their biggest worry.
At this point, I'd rather risk my health than be destitute with no money.
Praying Disney's reputation and pandemic precautions are enough.
I'm just scared, that's all.
To bring back workers and keep them working. Walt Disney World employs the majority of our theme park workers, but just remember, SeaWorld and Universal, they employ about another 30,000 people, and all of those workers aren't back yet either. And remember, those parks opened last month. Reporting outside the Walt Disney World, Cierra Putman, Channel 9, Eyewitness News. When you get locked up, you're presumed innocent until proven guilty. That's where attorney Carlos Haynes comes in. But he says he has to pay to talk to his 6 clients at the Volusia County Jail.
I understand that this is a desperate time. It's a new time.
But
you have an absolute right to speak to your attorney, free of charge.
the jail, like many others, suspended in-person meetings. But unlike other jails, the only way to contact a client is by paying for a phone call or video chat. $7.50 for a 30-minute confidential video conference.
While that doesn't seem like it's much, the Constitution isn't for sale.
The visitation suspension is due to the pandemic, and as of now, the jail is virus-free.
Today, there are no known cases of COVID-19 with inmates or staff.
Haynes has clients elsewhere.
Orange, Osceola, Seminole, none of those places are restricting to the level as Volusia County.
I reached out to 7 other Central Florida counties and learned Volusia County alone charges private attorneys to talk to their clients. Brevard and Flagler counties allow in-person visitation after attorneys pass COVID-19 screenings. Seminole County allows lawyers and clients to meet with plexiglass in between. Here at the Orange County Jail, not even attorneys can come and visit their clients in person, but they can still come to the video visitation center to talk to their clients free of charge. Osceola, Marion, and Flagler do something similar or have waived video conference fees for private attorneys. Haynes is ready to take this to the Florida Supreme Court if Volusia County doesn't change.
And if you sit back and allow the government to say we're going to take away these people's rights just because we're in a uncharted territory, eventually they'll come at your rights.
Cierra Putman, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
I'm a Black is 96 years old and has told shipbuilders to hurry up so she can see the completion of this Navy destroyer, a ship she'll help christen next week. I'm a Black's home is a museum.
This is when we were dating.
A museum of the life she built with her husband, Delbert. At 96, she still remembers first seeing him at a basketball game with friends.
Kiddingly said to them, I like number 13. I like his legs.
Those eye-catching legs led to a 50-year marriage. Sadly, Delbert died in 2000. Now, first thing in the morning, she sees the Navy destroyer being built in his name. She got the news a few years back.
The USS Delbert D. Black. That sounds good to me.
Here's video of the construction of the Delbert D. Black DDG-119, courtesy of Huntington Ingalls Shipbuilding Division.
It's going to be a lot of bells and whistles on it to keep up with a modern Navy.
Delbert Black was the first ever Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. He wanted the position to be a voice for enlisted men and women. Ima says some wanted him to fail, but he listened and heard the concerns of enlisted sailors and helped find solutions. Ima suggested he wear 3 stars.
And the office now is a huge success. The Master Chief of the Navy is at the Pentagon alongside the Secretary of the Navy and the Chief of Naval Operation, and they all work together for the good of the Navy.
And she was such a great interview. I can tell. She says that this ship isn't just for her or her husband, but all those enlisted sailors that he worked for.
Wow.
I like how she said she saw him and liked his legs. That's just, I knew I liked her then.
Yes, and obviously at this point we understand that her husband served in World War II, and she did too?
It's a crazy story. So he actually survived the attack on Pearl Harbor, and then she served in the Navy WAVES, which is the Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service. She said a recruiter came into the shop she was working for, and she knew that's how she was going to see the world. Wow.
That is quite the story.